Did I tell you? A momentous occasion. I'm sure you agree.
I've had enough, Mizora. What do you want?
Your attention, little pup. Nothing more. And you'll be glad to give it. You see, Gortash has had your father relocated. I'm just an impartial observer. This is Gortash's game. A murderous one, the way I hear it.
Shit.
Your dad's good as dead, pup. And to think, there's no way to save him. Or is there?
You know something.
I know enough. I'll be in your camp if you want to work something out.
Of course she'd stick her infernal nose where it doesn't belong. Of course she's dreamt up some risible scheme. By all the hounds of the hells, what is she planning? Certainly not. But she's as inevitable as Torril's path around the sun. We'll have answers soon enough. Mizora's gone to camp. We should speak with her. Until then, may my father keep safe, whatever coop he's been flown to.
Oh, gods. Be spouting a load of crap. Don't waste your time.
The Elfsong Cellar.
We've got no choice. We have to do what he says. What do we do? What can we do? Embrace it. The mistress of disease loves us all.
So, Astarion, which of us would you rather feed on if you had free reign?
Wyll, no question. He's strong, fast, and righteous. I'm salivating already.
Interesting.
You sound disappointed. I'll bite you if you ask.
I'm sure you would. Don't sound so eager.
If this was brewed with my barley.
Look at you, just lying around, you furry chunkers.
Something missing. Can't grasp it.
I saw you training those children. You were so gentle.
Your Eminence. Are the gods truly this petty?
The cellars are just down the stairs. There, you'll find my old lodgings.
Oh, look, Tambourine. A servant comes to help us. Kill those rats, would you? When they're dead, the other servants will feed us.
Shall we cut and run? Spill some blood.
Path.
Another fight. Let's go.
The wine cellar. There's a hidden door that leads further in. The mechanism to open it is somewhere among the wine racks.
The psionic detector's been activated. There must be Gith hostiles nearby.
Githyanki. Blackith has found us. Get rid of them, quickly!
In the meantime, tear every brick out if you have to.
These boots have seen everything.
Hello, you. Just like old times.
What a pleasant surprise. Here you are, as brazen as described. The gloomed soul who thieved from our queen. Of course you had help, didn't you? From the illithid you carry inside the astral prism. How quaint that we should meet here, in the very place that it once called home. We know all about the Emperor and its dealings with you. Though I must confess, its peculiar relationship with you threw us off course for a while. Tell me, what did it offer you in exchange for your servitude? And you would trust an illithid to do such a thing? You have fallen prey to its manipulation. Your story ends here. We will reclaim the astral prism, purge it of the illithid interloper, and restore it to our queen.
What are you doing?
My dear child, I already know all there is to know. I will liberate you from your puppet master, Shamazala Blackith!
move.
For the Queen!
What should I do? You are not allowed to die.
No choice but to keep going. Done! Still on my feet. Nothing will stand in my way.
finding my way.
Take two.
Can't even catch my breath.
Heading there.
Time to push my luck again.
Let's move.
Survival is all that matters. First step is the hardest.
It's Ellie!
On the way.
Two steps at a time.
Need to act fast. On my way.
Blood comes easy these days.
Akin is relentless. You handled it well. Let us hope she exhausts her forces soon.
That might be worth a look.
What's that?
My old home. Thank you for bringing me back. Look around. You'll find some of my things still intact. Perhaps even useful to you.
That might be worth a look.
A recipe for fiddlehead soup. A favorite meal of mine. When I had need of meals like that.
Something over there.
An old container for brains. Empty. Shame. It would have been nice to find one to sustain me now. The chains I used to buy my meals. Villains and lawbreakers. You see, I tried to exercise morality where I could.
That might be worth a look.
My cutlery set. A gift from my mother. The butter knife is missing, but otherwise it looks to be complete. I don't need it anymore, but the memory stirs something in me still.
That might be worth a look.
What's next? Something over there.
A shell. A keepsake from my final voyage. Pinched in a moment of sentimentality.
Still breathing, despite everything. Never wanted the easy path. No time to rest. Have to keep going.
Squall! It's not safe here. It's too late for me, but not for you. Run as fast as your legs can carry you. The shapeshifter, Orin the Red. She seized me from our camp, bore me here to Baal's enclave. She slit my belly and filled her cup with my blood. A toast, she said, to her false god. She told me when her cup ran dry, she'd come for the rest of me. I'm done for. I will hold her off as long as I'm able. Run while you still can. Don't even think about fighting her. This foe is too powerful. You'd underestimate Orin the Red. The last mistake you'll ever make.
Look at it, crawling and sniffing and rooting around in the filth. Is it my netherstone you seek, little piggy? Hush, hush. Orin will take care of you and your little pet. Nothing. No, not a thing. Still gasping and gagging on the foul airs of Baal's temple. I will not slice. Her kind die too easily. The Murder Lord demands a better offering. Something new, sticky, sweet, and delicious. He wants you. Kethric's killer turned the corpse lover to carrion when you took his stone. Oh, but he was a dull kill. No blood to spill, no guts to rip. A desiccated husk, all dust and hollow. You must be sharpened before you set your edge against my skin. Against the tyrant's throat, of course.
You've heard Gortash's whispers. I see how your skull swarms with his promises. He whinges and wails over the crown of Karsus, wanting to command it without me. Oh, how I long to slit his Boxy smile from ear to ear. But I can't touch him. He bound my blade when we first conspired. Gortash didn't want me at first. Didn't trust me. Got me to wag my tongue, swear an oath never to hang him from the hooks. Drip drain him into father's open jaws. You must kill the tyrant. Take the netherstone from his corpse and bring it to my temple.
There we slice and shred each other. The survivor claims the stones. What's left of the other is balls. Agree, and I will bring my assassins to heal. They watch you always, longing to spray the crimson from your veins. Refuse me, and you'll learn what happens to those who defy Baal's doctrine. So will your friend.
Orin demands a fight to the death. The prize for the victor, the Netherstones, and the chance to control the crown alone. Accept, and you must kill Gortash. Refuse, and your companion's life may be forfeit, as might your own. Orin's assassins will hunt you like prey for slaughter.
Allies? No. We had a balance. The chosen three. But it tumbled when you turned the Bone Lord to ash. Now, Gortash tries to gouge me from the city. That festering inadequate thinks me a flesher, butchering and cleaving only to whip the herd towards his tin men's oppression. You must kill him. Gore him like a pig prepped for the spit. Only then will you be sweet and sharp, ready for the Murder Lord's purpose. Need? No. I do not need. You are made of nothing. Meaningless flesh and bone. I do not need. I offer. Baal's age approaches, and you could be there to see it. An idol of flesh, made to welcome his bleeding dawn. There is time for you yet. Time to save. Do not underestimate his steel watch. Seek their cradle in the lower city and skewer their skull meat. Make them rust and blood. Then you can gore the lordling again and again and again. But listen close, Bone Killer. Step in my domain while the tyrant still sucks air, and I will carve your failure into your pretty plaything's skull. Bring me his stone, and I will set the bait free. Only then can you and I make exquisite butchery. The victor will set the world to slaughter. That is Baal's offer. He will not make another.
My old sword. My first purchase as an adventurer. No use to me anymore. It's yours, if you want.
Ah, I've had a lifetime's fill of watching little men puff themselves up with grand titles. I look forward to the day we show the Archduke that his tongue is not half so silvered as he thinks. He's protected by his steel watch for now. And Orin will have her own defenses, should we choose to play the part of Gortash's bloodhounds. We cannot expect either of the Chosen to fall easily. But fall they must, if we're to have all three stones to command the brain. Still, if you see sense in making an alliance, I won't question it. I'll just look forward to the inevitable breaking Gortash spoke of. I have. And while I do not love my conclusion, that does nothing to change it. The Harpers are the city's best information network. With them out of action, we shall have to fall back on second best. 9 Fingers Keen. Oh, to be so innocent. 9 Fingers Keen controls the guild, which in turn controls every criminal racket from Heapside to the High Hall. Nothing happens in this city that she doesn't hear of, sooner or later. How hospitable she will be to a Harper that comes begging to her guild hall, we will find out. Perhaps I will let you do the talking. Ask it. You speak of a battle more than a century past. Baal's minions led us through a maze in the Undercity, older than Baldur's Gate itself. We paid little mind to the path ahead, let alone how we might return, or that we would return at all. Still, the Undercity shifts. We might search down there. Or better yet, find a Baalist to lead us. I've learned not to unpick the legends so many have woven around our name. Seeing the hope die in a romantic's eyes, it is only funny the first few dozen times. Some call the Harpers heroes. Others, petty meddlers who cannot help but stick their nose into every conflict they stumble across. The truth is in there somewhere. We try to work towards a common balance. If every other faction finds us equally annoying, that is probably a sign that we are succeeding. You might say that. I left their service and swore never to return. Multiple times, if I recall. It is easy to get tired of the intrigue. The high cause is shrouded in secrecy. I thought I might find another way to be of use to the world. And for a time I did. But my comrades would use a rather irritating phrase. A Harper never leaves the chorus. She simply goes to spread the song. Meaning that whatever cause I turned my hand to, there I would find them. Harpers, stuffed with their own virtue, but always there, always trying to help. So I returned to the fold, returned to the city. Eventually they hung a title around my neck, High Harper, and I still do not know how to play one. If I wanted to spare Geraldus the same headaches, well, you now know why I needed him to be sure this is the life he wants. But you're staring. Which means the tadpole has finally eaten your brain. Or have I been talking too much? Either way, time to move, no? Ha! No. No, thank you. Let the wiser members of my order wrinkle their brows over that particular phrase. In all my years fighting for the Harpers, I am still never certain what the greater good means. I've learned to be content with, well, that was not so bad as it might have been.
Sorore surge, testis esto pacti me. Come, sisters, be my testament. Notum sit in beator.
Notum sit in beator.
Holy hells.
Fina, Cirrus, arbiters for the hells, exemplars of justice.
Enough, Mizora. Where is my father? How do I save him?
How else? We bargain. Sisters.
Infernos contractos te vocamus. Infernos contractos te vocamus. Infernos contractos te vocamus.
Your contract, Wyll. Signed in blood, forged in fire, bound in bone, but not unbreakable. No contract is ended without sacrifice. A cost must be paid. Wyll Ravengard, a choice is before you. Option 1. I show you the way to your father. I guarantee him no harm except that from you and your allies. And you pledge your soul to me and the archdevil Zariel in a pact eternal. Option 2. I break your pact and you are freed from your duty. Your father dies by his enemy's hand, and Baldur's Gate loses its greatest champion. Name your sacrifice.
Bloody Zariel. I won't let her take Wyll.
Silence, Karlach.
Mizora, you asshole!
Choose. Addendum F. The Absolute must be avenged for the Soulbinder's detention at Moonrise. The Soulbearer retains his gifts until such time as the Absolute is slain.
You damned wretch. Do it then. Claim my soul for Zariel. Keep my father safe.
Fiat ita.
Fiat ita. Anima ad beator.
Got a new mission, pup. Go save your father. He's locked in a very nasty place. Gortash's secret command center and prison. Lucky for you, I know the way in. I'll mark your map. After all, a deal's a deal. You know what? I think I'll stick around. Not for the greater good, you understand. Just for the entertainment.
Twice Mizora's held my feet to the fire, and twice was I burnt. But my father will live. We will return the Grand Duke to his people, and forever a devil's leash will choke me. Sometimes, fate closes a door for good. The bolt is fastened, the key is destroyed, and a wish is forever locked away. The hells will take my soul. I'll make my peace with it. I have once already, after all. Besides, there's no time to wallow in self-pity. More than anything, I'm elated that there's hope yet for my father. We should hurry to this mystery prison and retrieve my father before Mizora tries pulling more tricks. We will knock him out if we need to, or restrain.
Your skull vibrates in concord with the astral prism.
Bring me to your Duke. I will shield him, as I shield you.
Why would you do that?
Better to bring him into the fold than to leave you distracted by regret.
Well then, I'm not about to say no. This prison's in the lower city. Let's move.
Why the stunned face? You look like you've seen a devil. Cunning, am I? You see me as a schemer, an exploiter. You've pegged me wrong, little bug. I am a benefactress, and I have an eye for a good cause. Wyll needed help, so I indulged him. I've always been the giving type, after all. To wit, go to Gortash's secret prison, and I'll help you spring Wyll's daddy free. Of course, you could always leave him to rot, but that would make Wyll's sacrifice worthless, and I know you wouldn't want that. Focus on the elder brain. I'd hate to clog that infected head of yours with needless details. Wyll's a gifted hunter, and Zariel's made her share of enemies in and out of the hells. Devils, demons, deserters. They're a great burden on the Lord of the First. Clause G, Section 9. Target shall be limited to the infernal, the demonic, the heartless, and the soulless. The clause still holds. As long as Wyll doesn't tug on my leash, he'll be stalking only the wickedest prey. It's a win-win. You have the best ideas. Oh, you are an inquisitive one. I'd have thought you'd figured by now. Zariel found new use for an old battle axe. The dead three in that bulging brain of theirs are a threat to more than this trifling city, you know. Savor her company. Who's to say when Zariel might change her mind? My mistress can be so capricious. The 9 hells of Beator. Each its own domain, each with its own archdevil to rule it. I call the first hell my home, Avernus, my mistress Zariel's realm, a torrid battleground split by the bloody waters of the Styx. How I adore it, the delicious agony of it all. The other 8, well, they are pleasures unto themselves. Perhaps I'll show you myself, if I deem you worthy. Correct. I didn't. If you must know, I was scouting the cultists on behalf of Zariel, but those cursed shadows were thick enough to fell even a half-fiend. I woke in that damned pod. It kept my body sealed and my most powerful magic silenced. But a brave, kind, benevolent soul set me free. Gallantry isn't dead after all. Why? I'm supplying Wyll with every scrap of his infernal power. I've paid my dues many times over. I tell you what, when the time comes to squish that big baddie of a brain, I'll lend you a hand. Like I said, I'm the giving type.
Alive, so that's progress.
It can't have been easy for Wyll to resign himself to the pact. But I'm glad he chose his father.
Always a pleasure.
That preening vulture seems intent on haunting our camp. I suppose we shall find out if her kind sleep, and how heavily. Wyll is a good man. And that is exactly what his devil will use to bind him, in as many ways as she knows how. A man might twist himself into something else just to escape that collar. But I have no such fears for the blade.
I received a dispatch from the Grove. Life carries on there in our absence, just as nature intended. My chosen successor, Francesca, has proven to be a wise choice. Perhaps the wisest I ever made as Archdruid. One grand victory may not be enough to absolve a host of small failures. That is where true leadership lies. Not in winning a single vast battle, but in fighting 1,000 smaller ones. Making 10,000 difficult decisions. Finding balance where none seems possible. Day after day. I was all too eager to surrender my responsibilities towards the Grove. Perhaps I was never meant to be Archdruid. To be a leader. Still, though, I cannot help but wonder if there was more I could have done. Perhaps, Oak Father willing, I may yet have the chance someday. Forgive me. The Shadow Curse occupied me so entirely, and for so long, I almost missed the purpose it gave me. Now I must find a new one.
Time and again, Wyll's plight reinforces my decision not to pursue the path of a warlock. Wyll's father owes him gratitude. I hope for his sake Ravengard is gracious enough to offer it, given how much it cost.
Wyll gave up freedom to save his father. I will never understand people like that.
I can't believe Wyll's given up his soul to Zariel. For a father he fell out with ages ago. There's such a thing as being too good. Someone ought to tell Wyll Ravengard.
They say that home is where a person can be their truest selves, without guile, without pretense, You did well to see off the Githyanki who had invaded mine. And now that you have seen where I come from, you know all there is to know about me. At least, all that matters. The flavors of my favorite fiddlehead soup, should you wish to experience it for yourself. The very first reward I gifted myself on completion of my first adventure. The garments with which I concealed and later constructed my appearance as the Emperor. We spoke of my relationship with Duke Berlin Stelmane, a story I have told no one else. I have no more secrets from you. No need to resort to subterfuge. We are true allies now, working towards a common goal. The only way we were ever going to get close enough to the brain to destroy it was by working together. But few would trust a mind flayer. So I did what I had to convince you. I studied you, your motivations, your actions, your desires. I deduced the best way to align your goals with my own. Perhaps, at first, I did consider that you were just a problem to be solved. And not an easy one at that. But I persisted. I needed your absolute dedication to the cause. I anticipated the challenge, and I anticipated your resistance. What I didn't anticipate was how much I would enjoy your company, your mind. Sometimes, I felt almost like we were dancing our way towards something deeper. I'm sorry. You're right. Now's not the time. Forget I said anything. Let's move on to more important things. The Elder Brain's hive mind has grown to monstrous proportions. And through the Crown's magic, it has complete control over each and every member. It was intelligent before, but now, with its hive mind established across the city, it is well on its way to becoming indestructible. You should reconsider your attachment to your physical form. You have seen what an illithid can do. Imagine some of that could be in your grasp. Not enough to warp your appearance beyond recognition, but just enough to enhance your potential. And believe me, it will radically increase our chances of success against the Elder Brain. Think on it.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
Back again? We're trying to relax here. The rats are dead. Your performance is adequate, servant.
Hold up, citizen. This is a crime scene. No admittance.
Devella's finished her report.
Halt, Civvy. Turn back. This is an active crime scene.
Hold on, Thornhill. I'm tired of standing here. Devella's been up there for ages. Some diversion would be welcome.
Constable Devella said she wasn't to be...
Investigator Valeria outranks her. As you were, Civvy. Fair warning, though. She's in a foul mood.
Stelmane's parlor. A place to receive clients and informants. I wonder if it's as I remember it.
I wonder if any of these rooms are available to rent.
Bollocks! I told those idiots not to let anyone through. You. Name, rank, and reason for interrupting an active crime scene. For your sake, the last one better be bloody good. To fetch her another bottle of mead, no doubt. Yes, I'm Devella, the unfortunate colleague. Unless you've got useful information, leave me to my work. Duke Stelmane's dead, and I've got to find who killed her. Good. That's it. Proof that I was right. I've been working on an assignment, see? A research project of sorts. I knew my conclusions were sound, but this... I never expected this. I'll tell you what I know. A century ago, there was a man, Saravok Anchev. He was a child of the god of murder, Baal. He ruled the Iron Throne, a dark tower hiding a darker secret. It was the front for a deadly arms-dealing network. There, Saravok amassed an army and sought to become a god. Under his stewardship, the Baal temple was revived. And with it, the Baal cult itself. Fortunately, the temple was destroyed. And to cleanse the city of Saravok's memory, the Iron Throne was torn from its foundations and cast into the Chionthar. For most, that was the end of it. But cults like that don't disappear overnight. That list you spoke of confirms I'm right. The Baal cult is back. And someone is out there, continuing Saravok's work. I've not ruled out the possibility that it is Saravok himself. The brutality of the killings is certainly reminiscent of his work. But there's something more here. Something new. There's a reference to these murders. A certain flair. It's as if they were done in worship. The precision of the cuts. The depth, the execution. The best butchers in Faerun couldn't make a cut like that. Trust me, I've asked them. I tried to explain all this to my superiors, but they wouldn't have any of it. They told me to drop it. Told me the city doesn't need another conspiracy theorist and to get back to doing my job before they find someone else to do it for me. But you're not bound by such constraints. Oh, help me out here. Help the city out. I bet if you follow the trail of these murders, you'll be able to unearth the truth of this resurgence. There are patriarchs on the murder target list. I'm oath-bound to secure them first, so I'll be heading to the upper city next. While I'm there, the other potential victims will be at risk. Could you warn them? Thank you. That's all I can ask, and more than I hoped. Once I'm done with the Patriarchs, I'll head to Basilisk Gate to have another go at convincing my superiors to put some resources into this matter. Meet me there if you've anything more to report. And good luck.
why they're called steel watchers, right? They're watching to see if you're stealing. Yeah?
Bloodied ring. Guess the killer didn't want jewelry.
Let's talk.
An owl bug! You get it? Hey, would it...
So, a vampire spawn and a monster hunter in the same group. We're not going to have trouble, are we?
Excuse me. Since this tadpole, I'm barely a monster at all. I just want to survive, same as you.
I don't see a problem. As long as Mr. Fang there keeps his appetite in check.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
That might be worth a look.
It's you! Look at us! We made it to the city! We made it to the Elfsong Tavern! And I, you, never thought I'd live to perform for the greatest audience in the realms. The entirety of Baldur's Gate. Larissa lets me practice up here when she's on shift downstairs. She's too good to me. But you, I have a bone to pick with you, oh brave adventurer. Big trouble. The most trouble you've ever been in. I've decided I'm not going to perform in the Elfsong. Mainly because only the Elfsong itself is allowed to perform. I'm going to open up a school of bards, the best in the realms, to usher in a new age of magic and musicianship. And it's because of you that I dare to dream big enough. You're going to make me cry, damn you. Here. My very first lute. Tuned to perfection. Thought you'd appreciate it when I'm rich and famous. Take care, my friend. Thank you for helping a stumbling bard in a druid's grove find her spark again.
Fiend worship. I'm not trying to pick a fight, Wyll, but it really seems like a blatantly ill-advised idea.
It's the furthest thing from my mind. Besides, Shadowheart, not all fiends are cut from the same scorched cloth.
Get swallowed by a devil. Oh, I get it.
How do they differ then?
Scared.
The number of horns? The exact timbre of their evil laugh?
We can play Chase the Gelatinous Cube
Could be most anything. Their willingness to torment their travel partners with wisecracks, for example.
Can't bloody believe it. No more puzzles.
I should speak up.
I welcome thee to the Devil's Fee, where every hellish curio's a rarity. So merry be, and shop with glee. A most excellent decision.
Was its finest quality. Don't get me wrong, the booking tree.
There's figures hiding in the forest. Might be a trap.
Let this murder be his sacrament!
The Dread Lord calls!
Long enough.
What are you wearing?
To hide my identity.
That to mean this with the robes. Shite for
Now roach mocked jester.
Out of this, Captain. Do not who you serve.
Of course, I just thought you might need assistance.
You feel an all too familiar squirm in the recesses of your mind. The fist has a tadpole, but something's off.
Not I. We. And we do not serve.
Defective.
Very well. Another offering to Baal.
Let this murder be his sacrament! On the victor's path.
I'm ready.
Mutilate them. Let this murder be his sacrament! No holding back.
Talk to me. Let's do this.
must be quick. This mind is small, fragile. Listen now. You know us. Absolute will. Absolute power. Not much time left. This mind cannot bear us. Turns to liquid. Listen close. We learn. We grow. Loosen our clumsy bindings. Aid us. Necromancer dead. Changeling and tyrant remain at odds. Kill them. You have a place in my grand design. What happened? Why do I taste copper?
You know, I've never seen this place in the daylight before.
I always loved this park. Spent a lot of time here as a boy battling imaginary monsters.
I was going to say it looks precious. The dark kid can't take things hard work.
The Nether's sense of intrigue was its finest point. Don't get me wrong, the book intrigued me.
Something good here.
Spent a lot of time in this park as a boy, battling imaginary monsters.
So, before you were Blade of the Frontiers, you were Pointy Stick of the Park. How did the imaginary monsters compare with the real thing?
The monsters of my playfights were strong, vicious. Trolls with hulking muscles, werewolves with sharpened fangs. But the greatest villains I faced as the Blade, they look more like you and me than they do the beasts of my fantasies.
Fair enough. And they'd probably chuck you in the river if you did.
Probably. Oh, unless...
You appear to be lost, dear. I specialize in fashion, not potato sacks. Very good, ma'am. Now remember, fashion's a fickle mistress, so be sure to return.
Do you get it? To die for. Clothes!
I get the joke like one gets dysentery. Can we please get back to work?
Make haste. I have a very busy day of very demanding clientele ahead. What do you require? If looks could kill, Lord Gortash would have already hanged me. I wouldn't worry too much. This is undoubtedly some rumor cooked up by my many rivals. Well, I suppose if it's that elaborate a prank, it rolls out my sister as the culprit. Carmen can barely organize her own shop. Never mind stage a murder mystery to meddle with me. Very well. I'll take my precautions. Thank you.
To die for. Clothes!
I get the joke like one gets dysentery.
Facemaker fashion. Don't just look the part, be the part. And if you want to, be the part, Master Figaro still has some space between appointments. Yes.
I want to have a word.
I think Master Figaro has a few spaces between appointments today. You're in luck.
got to press on.
Watch your back. Go.
What am I to do? Need to keep going.
Defender of the people. Keeping pace.
At least things have stayed interesting. Never wanted the easy path.
Don't touch me. Step quick.
I have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it.
Well, hello.
I wonder what the next move is.
Looking ahead. Moving ahead.
Oskar, if you're still in there, listen to my voice. This is not you. Please let me help you.
All I hear is the grunting of a swine. Come closer so I can rip out your filthy tongue.
Stop this. I love you, Oskar. And I know you love me.
It's your gold I love, hogwife. But all the riches in Faerun would not be enough to make a life with you worth living.
Oh, gods aid me. He does not mean the things he says. You! Help subdue him, but be gentle. He's not to blame.
Let's move.
Concentrate.
Nothing important is ever easy.
No time to waste.
Now is your last chance to run.
Don't be like that, darling. Offer our guests something to drink. Maybe your blood.
If you have the courage to stay, help subdue him. But be careful. I could not stand to lose him.
actions have not gone unnoticed. If they persist, it seems they will not go unpunished.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Now, not that I'm ungrateful for your help, but... Wait. Your face is familiar to me. Yes, I've seen it before in Oskar's sketches. You're the one who saved him from the Zentarim. Not long after the wedding, he lost his appetite, fell into dark moods. He started to avoid my company entirely. Artistic temperament, I thought, but it worsened. He became violent. Called me some rather imaginative names. I hesitate to say it, but I think you're right. Something supernatural has taken hold of him. Oskar has been possessed. I used to be. Now I'm his wife. We married not a 10-day ago. Things have changed rather a lot since then. I can't come within arm's reach without him trying to strangle me. And he calls me such vile things. It hates everyone, but it loathes me. It's not him. I know he would never hurt me. And I promised I would let no harm come to him. As you can see, I've already failed. It's obvious he needs more help than I can give. Please, you saved him once. You must find a way to cure him. I can't tell anyone about this. It was hard enough to keep it from the servants. The city is rife with paranoia. If word got out about his condition, well, the Steelwatch are hardly known for showing mercy. I need someone to look into this quietly. It's the only chance he has. Oskar's behavior began to change shortly after the wedding. He became withdrawn, working obsessively up in his atelier. I tried to take him some food, but I couldn't cross the threshold. It was as though the house itself didn't want me up there. Whatever this thing is, it doesn't want anyone going up there. I swear it's in the walls, watching.
Their guts out of their ears like an overfilled sausage. Well, my cousin saw a real ghost.
Better.
You wouldn't want to do that, would we?
Very well. Not over, then through.